guys, welcome to today's video and welcome on into my beauty stash. Another foundation review for you guys today, and also from one of my favorite brands as far as foundation goes and complexion products. We're talking about Estee Lauder. So this is their new Futurist Skin Tint Serum with botanical oil infusion, and it has SPF 20. So this dropped on several retailer sites over the weekend. I picked mine up directly from the Saks Fifth Avenue website, and I'm just gonna pull up the graphic real quick so that way I can give you guys some information. So this is a $53 foundation. You are gonna get a dropper with it. This comes in 30 different shades. I think I might have gotten the lightest shade, which is 0N1 Alabaster. In the review portion of the video, I'll show you guys some swatches comparing this to other Estee Lauder foundation shades that I have in my stash, but some of those shades that I have tend to be a little dark on me, so I went with this one. It's really light. This is also going to provide light coverage with a natural finish. This is free of synthetic fragrance, no silicone, no mineral oil, no sulfates or anything like that, and no drying alcohol. It says that it is going to be a silky skincare serum foundation with beauty benefits of sheer tinted skin tone perfector for a glow that lasts all day. And you do get 1 fluid ounces of product in here. Again, I picked mine up straight from the Saks Fifth Avenue website, and we're gonna give this a good old 2-day 10-hour wear test. That's usually how I do my foundation reviews. I am 41 years old with normal to oily skin. So on day 1, you will see me apply this foundation without any helping products, no primer, no powder, no setting spray. And then on day 2 is actually today, where I'll apply the product off camera, and then I'll let you guys know what helping products I went in with. And of course, during those 2 days, I give you guys my midday check-ins, just check-ins throughout the day so we can see how the foundation is wearing. I'm really excited for this one, going in with high expectations. So we'll see if this new Futurist Skin Tint is going to be a winner. I love the OG Futurist Hydra Rescue Foundation. That is a beautiful foundation that I just wore a few days ago, actually. But I'll give you guys some swatches. I'll give you guys some alternatives in case you all aren't going to be able to pick this one up. That will be in the review portion of the video. If it is your first time here on my channel, I just want to say hello and welcome to all of you. My name is Steph. I love trying new makeup, in particular foundations. Foundation reviews and wear tests is one of my most favorite things to do here on my channel. But I do lots of indie makeup reviews, multiple looks with eyeshadow palettes, makeup ranking videos. If that sounds great to you, I want to invite you guys to become part of our makeup family. Do me a favor, click on that subscribe button, hit the bell next to it. That way you can be notified every time I do drop a new video. And if you're a fan of Estee Lauder, or you just want to see how this new Estee Lauder Skin Tint is going to perform, please give this video a thumbs up before you go. As usual, I will have everything that I'm wearing linked and listed in the description box. Some of those links might be affiliate links, so if you do end up shopping through them, I thank you so much for supporting me on my channel. Let's get started with today's review and wear test on the new Estee Lauder Skin Tint. If you guys want to see how it's going to go, keep on watching. Okay, so like I mentioned, day 1, I don't wear this with any helping products, no primer, no powder, no setting spray. I just have some tinted sunscreen on, and it is from Dermatology. I'll have it linked in the description box. And I'm ready to go in with this new Estee Lauder foundation. I love Estee Lauder foundations. They tend to always work for me. I have yet to meet an Estee Lauder foundation that doesn't really work. Now, I did pick up the lightest shade. Let's see, let's swatch this right here. So yeah, I think once I blend this in, I think it's gonna be a good shade match. I usually get the next shade, which is I think 1N1 Bone, but sometimes that can be a little dark for me. So that's what it looks like on the back of my hand. I'm gonna use my BK Beauty 101 foundation brush, and I'm gonna apply this on the right side of my face, and then we'll use a damp makeup sponge, although I feel like this might be a product for those of you that like using your fingertips, that might work out pretty well. application wise or brush. I feel like since this is already going to be a light coverage foundation, I feel like the sponge is just going to soak up any type of coverage that it's going to provide. Oh yeah, I think this is going to be a good shade match for me. You know, I actually think that's pretty decent coverage, given that it's a light coverage foundation. Looks like a little bit more than light. And I have used up everything on the back of my hand. Now I'm just dripping out a few more drops on the back of my hand, and this time we're going to use a damp makeup sponge. I think this is one that I have from e.l.f. I don't think I'm liking it with the sponge at all. I feel like it's looking a little blotchy, actually. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna use the sponge. I'm gonna keep on with my BK Beauty brush. I forgot to put my headband back on. I pulled back a little bit so I could get a shot for possible thumbnail for this video, and I forgot to put the headband back on. Now I will use the damp sponge once I get done applying it, building it up as much as I can with the brush, just to make sure everything is pressed into my skin. Okay, so right now, I don't think it's looking that great. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Ooh. It is just like sitting on top of my skin. That is not what we wanted. Now I'm gonna use my sponge. I'm just gonna build up. This is where I would naturally build up coverage just because I have old acne scars and minor discoloration. Ooh, that is not looking good. I wonder if it's the tinted sunscreen I have on underneath. Oh yeah, that is looking, ooh, ew, that looks terrible. Oh my God. You know, I think it is the sunscreen I have on underneath. Because like when I swipe it like this, you know what guys, I'm gonna take this off and I'm going to remove it, wash my face, do just a regular like sunscreen, not a tinted sunscreen. I've never had this happen before with that sunscreen though. That's actually one of my favorites. I'll be right back. Okay, so wash my face. I put a different sunscreen on. I put on my Tatcha mineral sunscreen. And now I'm just going to kind of speed through this application part since you guys already saw me apply it, but I did change foundation brushes. I'm using one from Tarte. Okay, so it's looking just the same. That is like accentuating any kind of texture, which I don't have a lot of texture. That is just like settling into every little pore. I mean, I know this is going to be a natural finish, but I have other natural finish skin tints that don't look like this. I have glowy skin tints that don't look like this. Oh God, that looks really bad. That looks really bad. Oh, thank God, I don't have to go anywhere. You know what I'm going to try and do? I'll put some on my fingertips. I'm going to warm it up. I don't like applying my foundation this way. That's not what I do. But I want to see if maybe this will help warm up the product. Yeah, I don't know that did anything. This is like one of the worst first day applications that I've ever had in my 4 years of being on YouTube. And from one of my favorite foundation brands too, nonetheless. Well, thank God I ran my errands already. So I'm gonna be anxious to see what this looks like at the 10-hour check-in, because I'm not putting like any primer, powder, setting spray. I might add a little cream bronzer and blush just to, I don't know, camouflage this cake face already. Wow, that looks so gross. Taking one for the team, guys. Taking one for the team. And now I'm gonna go in with, I only have 2 concealers up here. I'm gonna try the Lancome because I didn't have a good first experience with this, and I know this is gonna be like too dark. Wow, epic fail here with the makeup. I'm just gonna use my finger since they're already full of foundation. I do have a review up on this concealer, and I did not like it. I've only used it once since filming. This is the second time. Still didn't like it. Maybe this is just one of those products, just trying to put some on my nose where the foundation didn't want to adhere to. Maybe this is just one of those products that, you know, you got to give it a little bit of time to kind of just melt into the complexion. That has happened before. Okay, guys, this is what the complexion looks like. A hot mess, unfortunately. I think I might add a little setting powder just to the under eye area, but I don't have one in front of me, so I'll just do that off camera. But off to a great start. It feels lightweight. It feels very serum-like, but other than that, yeah, not looking forward to today's wear test. I will check in with you guys in 5 hours. We'll see what this unfortunate face of makeup is looking like. Hey guys, 5-hour check-in here, and this is what the foundation is looking like. I went in with a little cream bronzer and blush. Bronzer is from Nars, blush is from Tower28. I'll have them linked in the description box. It did calm down. It did melt into my skin, which I'm very happy for. I actually think it looks pretty okay now. It doesn't look how it did when I initially applied it. I think for this one, you're definitely going to have to use your fingertips. This is definitely going to be a product that you're going to need to warm up to help it melt into your skin. You know, I am a little shiny. I don't have powder on my nose. They only put powder right here under my eye area, and I'm using the One Size powder in the shade Ultra Pink. Really do enjoy that powder. But this is how we're looking. I think it was better than the initial application. So 5 more hours to go, and I will wrap up this day 1 wear test with this new skin tint from Estee Lauder. Hey guys, so 10-hour check-in here, and things did not exactly improve. As a matter of fact, they got worse. So it got better for a little bit, but then we went downhill. It has rubbed off already on my chin. It feels really tacky. Like this never set itself. Clearly I'm very shiny on my forehead, all in through here, my nose. Obviously I'm not wearing any powder, primer, or setting spray that would help to combat some of that oiliness. But yeah, this was a hot mess from the beginning. I am going to be very curious as to how this is going to go on tomorrow when I pair it with a primer. I'm going to try and use a mattifying primer and then, of course, powder and setting spray. I will do my check-in in the morning with you guys. I'll let you know what helping products I went in with, but day 1 was a hot mess. I can't believe it. I had really high expectations for this skin tint going in just because I love so many Estee Lauder complexion products, but this definitely missed the mark on day 1. We'll see how it does tomorrow. Good morning, guys. So here is what the makeup is looking like this morning. So let me tell you some of the products that I went in with to hopefully help out this new Futurist skin tint from Estee Lauder. I went in with a Peace Out primer. This is a nice like pore filling blurring primer. For concealer and powder, both are from Dominique Cosmetics. For setting spray, I had to go with the OG Urban Decay All Nighter. Hopefully this can help this face of makeup out. Blush, bronzer, highlighter, and mascara are all from Give by Gwen Stefani. So this is what I have going on. I will say I applied it with my fingertips this morning. It didn't like want to adhere to my nose and just like also to the chin. It looked really patchy. So I think I managed to get it to look decent, but it took some work between my fingers and the sponge. Those are the tools that I use to apply. We'll see, guys. We'll see. I did wake up with a little pimple right there. Didn't have it there yesterday, so I don't know if it's this foundation or what, but here we go with another 10 hours, full face of makeup today, and I will check in with you guys after lunch. We'll see how the makeup is doing. Hey guys, 5-hour check-in on this day 2 wear test with the Estee Lauder Skin Tint. So I think my oil is more controlled today than it was yesterday, obviously because I am wearing powder and setting spray and all that good stuff, but I do see that like right in here, like the crevice right here around my nose, it's starting to look a little makeup-y, even right up here on my forehead. A little bit has rubbed off again on my chin. I think the perimeter looks really good. It feels like right here that I didn't set it, it feels tacky, but then the rest feels okay. It is a very lightweight serum like skin tint, which is what it says it's going to be. So I do think it lives up to that. I think it looks nice, especially from afar. I think it looks good. I just filmed a video, so if you're wondering about this eye look, I think you guys will see this eye look go up before you see this particular foundation review go up. But you know, I guess it looks okay. Definitely better at this time today than it did yesterday, but it still has 5 more hours to go. So I'll be back at the end of today. I'll show you guys some swatch comparisons with other Estee Lauder foundations I have in my stash, and I will also give you guys some nice alternatives to this one because I don't know. I mean, we'll see. I don't want to count it out just yet, but I do have my doubts about this one, but I'll check in with you guys in a few more hours. Okay guys, we've come to the end of this 2-day 10-hour wear test trying out this new Estee Lauder Futurist Skin Tint. This is what the complexion is looking like. So I got more shiny than I was midday, which was expected because this is like a glowy skin tint. You know, I think it did a much better job today, but I don't think it is the best skin tint, especially high-end skin tint that I have in my stash. Like it's already starting to break up in here, up here along the forehead, definitely around my nose, around my mouth, my chin. You can see that it's rubbed off again. I think the perimeter of my face looks great, but you know, there's blush and bronzer there. So I'm sure that has something to do with it. So I'm really disappointed with this skin tint. I had much higher expectations for the skin tint. I thought it was going to be an absolute winner just because I love a lot of other Estee Lauder foundations, but it definitely fell short. Now, I wanted to compare this. I told you guys I was going to do some swatches, and so these swatches have been like drying a little bit on my arm. So at the very top is shade 1W1 Bone, and it is this one right here. This is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Sheer Longwear Makeup SPF 19. This is a good lightweight serum-like foundation, skin tint, if you will, that's going to provide light coverage just the way this one does. But this one looks better for longer. It definitely holds up better on my normal to oily skin. So if you are along the similar skin types as me, or you just want something that's going to do a better job, I would definitely check this one out. And then the one I have in the middle is the one I am wearing today. And the one at the very bottom is shade 1N1 Bone, and it is the OG Futurist Hydra Rescue. This is a phenomenal foundation. Like, you're gonna get a good medium coverage out of this one, but this one just wears beautifully. So you can see how the shades are a little off. The one in the middle is the one I have on my face right now. It's the new Futurist Skin Tint. And you can see why I chose to go with the one in the middle. I think they are oxidizing just a little bit, which is actually okay for the skin tint in the middle, because that, I think it looks really good. I think it's a good shade match. Unfortunately, it just doesn't work that great, but If you have Estee Lauder Futurist Hydra Rescue, you have the best. Like, out of all of these, or out of these 3 Estee Lauder foundations that I just showed you, the Futurist Hydra Rescue is definitely my favorite, hands down. If you want some other alternatives, like higher end alternatives, I do have a couple that I pulled out. So the Dior Backstage Foundation, this is again a very serum-like foundation. It will give you a little more coverage than this skin tint from Estee Lauder does, but this is a very nice alternative. Does this one have SPF? No, it doesn't. I thought it did, but this is the reformulated version, and I think it performs just as great as the OG did. I have shade 0W in this one, by the way. A recent addition to my stash, this beautiful foundation from Shiseido. This is their Revitaliscence Skin Glow Foundation. Very glowy, but very pretty. And believe me, on my normal to oily skin, this doesn't get cakey. This just works, and it looks really beautiful by the end of the day. I've been trying that out, you know, these last couple weeks that I've had it in my stash. Loving that one from Shiseido. Now, I do have a couple drugstore options for you guys. You all know already, I have to include Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator. This is awesome. This is probably gonna be the best skin tint that I think I've ever had in my stash, both high-end, drugstore, everything in between. This little $5 skin tint, or maybe $6 skin tint now, just beats them all, hands down. If you can find your shade, grab this one from Wet n Wild. It is an absolute winner. I also love this one from Maybelline. It is their Super Stay 24 Hours Skin Tint. This does really well on my 41-year-old normal to oily skin. I don't get really oily or shiny at the end of the day, but of course I do wear, you know, setting powder and primer with it, but it does a good job. It does a good job with coverage and with longevity. Last but not least, the sister to that one is the L'Oreal True Match Tinted Serum. This one has hyaluronic acid. I have the lightest shade in this one. In the Maybelline one, that I have shade 06, but that's a UK shade because I bought it from a store in the UK. That was where it was initially released. So I'm sorry, I don't know my shade in the Maybelline one here in the US. But this one I have, I think, the lightest shade. It is 0.5 to 2. Very light, and this is a fabulous skin tint. Overall, guys, I would unfortunately pass on this one from Estee Lauder. Don't waste your $53 on it. There's definitely better Estee Lauder foundations out there, and just other foundations and skin tints in general. And hopefully this video was able to help you guys make some good buying decisions. I want to hear from you all now. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this new skin tint. Did you hear about it? Did you know it came out? Have you bought it already? What are your thoughts? Leave it all in the comments down below. I want to thank you guys so much for watching another one of my videos. You all have a great day or night wherever it is you all are at. Stay hydrated, drink that water, and I'm going to see you all very soon. Bye.